2025 flew by. I feel like a lot happened in that year, but it also felt like it just went by way too quick. My daughter hit a lot of milestones. I low-key got fired from my job. There's just been a lot of things that I'm gonna share. My daughter was born in July 2024, so in 2025 she had a lot of firsts. In February she had her first Valentine's Day. I got this cute little dress from Target, and not sure where I got the bow from, but she looked so cute in her little dress, and we took a little homemade photo shoot. I don't remember exactly what we did for Valentine's Day. I don't think we did much. We just hung out around the house. Kinda sad because I don't remember the exact date or even the month, but she started walking. I feel like when she learned how to walk, she was just wanting to walk everywhere. I tried this little trick that I saw in videos where you like give them toys in both their hands and then you stand them up and then they just start to walk. And I think that worked for like a couple steps. She took a couple steps and then she fell down. So if you want to try that out, I feel like it would work if you're like consistent with it, but I didn't really try it that much. Or like we would stand her up against the wall with her back leaning against the wall and then like they're supposed to just walk. But that didn't really work either, but it's okay. Now she just walks everywhere. She wants to walk at the stores, she wants to walk down the stairs. Yeah, definitely gonna have to get her some more shoes. She's 18 months right now, so we usually just put her like in the cart if we go to the store, or her stroller, but now she might just want to walk. Something else that I'm really happy we got to do was we went to the zoo over the summer with my aunt, my sister, and my cousin, and she loved it. She loved the fish. She was so happy to see all the animals. She loves reading about animals, like in her little books where they got like the picture books. I cannot wait to take her again next year. You could probably show her a picture of like just about any animal, or at least any basic animal, and she could tell you the name of it. She is so smart. It was so funny. So me and my family thought that like once you enter the zoo you can just leave when you're done, even though it closes at like 5 or 6, and it was like, let's say it closes at 5. It was like 2 minutes past 5 and the security people came straight at us and they were like, "You gotta go." And we were like, "Whoa, calm down, Jamal." Like, we didn't know that you had to leave right at 5. We thought you could just finish wherever you were walking to and then leave. But that was not the case. They were yelling at this lady for feeding the birds. It was just, wow. I got her a little cheetah, I think it was, in the gift shop, a little stuffed animal that I don't even know where it's at. And then in the parking lot, there was these guys parked next to me, and I was trying, like, they were pretty close, so I was trying to open my car door, and I was literally trying not to hit their car, and they come walking over and they're like, "Did you hit it?" And I was like, I was trying not to, and then they just didn't say anything, and I was like, yeah. This next one was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my life, because I've only seen a famous person one other time before that I remember, and it was Toby from Pretty Little Liars. Me and my sister went to his book signing thingy-majig. In reality, I wasn't even there for the book. I was there because he was in Pretty Little Liars. But we literally saw FLO RIDA. Where I live, in the downtown part of the city, sometimes famous people come. We had Willie Nelson come a couple years ago. They just perform. I think you can literally just get in for free, but you have to get there super early if you want a front row spot. But yeah, we literally saw FLO RIDA. It was so cool. He walked right past us. I swear he looked dead in my camera. He literally looked dead in my camera. You can't tell me otherwise. He sang all of my favorite songs. You know that song where it's like, "You spin my head right round when you go down." That's literally like my favorite song by him. And I thought I missed it because we showed up, I think like 30 minutes after the concert started. Either that or I was scared I missed it when I went to the bathroom. The bathroom was gross. Yeah, I did not miss it. I was so excited when it came on. I loved every second of being there. So my daughter was born after 4th of July in 2024. So last year was technically her first 4th of July, and we put her in this pretty little dress and bow, and she did really good with the sound of the fireworks. I feel like I should have like protected her ears more, but she wasn't scared of them like I thought she'd be. We just went to my parents' house and shot fireworks, and then when we went home, I started bawling my eyes out because it reminded me of when I went into labor in 2024. There was fireworks going off when I went into labor. I was an emotional wreck. I was like, wow, it's already been a year since I've been into labor. I'm about to cry right now. Time's just flying way too freaking fast. I thought she wasn't gonna sleep through the fireworks because they were so loud through our apartment. You can hear anything outside of that apartment. Sorry for this. I don't know if that's been there the whole time. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. We just put her sleep music on the TV. I just look up baby sleep music and it's like ding 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 ding. And we put that on pretty loud and she slept like all night. This next one is on the sad side. I'm not gonna go into detail because it's personal, family related, but we ended up losing my uncle and my cousin this year. My uncle was in the hospital for maybe a month. It was a few weeks, and the doctors pretty much did everything they could. It wasn't ever gonna get better. Then my cousin, we don't really know exactly what the story is with him, which is pretty upsetting. They're both in a better place now, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, again, I'm sorry about the lighting. The sun is literally like rising as I'm recording this. So I had a job most of 2025, and I quit / got fired in November. I'm gonna make a whole different story time about that, about my experience there and why I got fired. But yeah, it was just extremely toxic, and I'm happy that I left. I feel like if I wouldn't have left that day, I'd probably still be there to this day, and that's not something that I would have been proud of. I'd been wanting to leave there for a very, very, very long time. I actually tried to leave there in like June of last year, and I went crawling back because it was all I knew and I was comfortable there. But yeah, I'm currently jobless. I'm searching for a job. Hopefully something comes along soon. That's part of the reason I'm going back into YouTube. But I've been wanting to do YouTube for a long time, and I just haven't put in the effort to do it. Even if I do get a job, I'm still going to be doing YouTube because it's something I'm passionate about. I've been wanting to do it, and YOLO, you know what I'm saying? For Halloween that year, she was the Cookie Monster. I wanted to hand make her costume. I saw videos where like you use blue finger loop yarn and then you just glue the eyeballs on and stuff. And I waited way too long. I waited till like the week of Halloween to start making it and find the stuff for it, so I couldn't find finger loop yarn anywhere. So I just had to buy regular blue yarn, and then my mom and I, we had to loop it ourselves. And my mom did like most of it. I'm very thankful for that, and it turned out really good. I went to the store and I tried to find like a blue hoodie and blue pants to go under it, but I like couldn't find just like a plain one, so I got like a bluey white one because it was the only one in her size that I could find at the time. And then we got some like clothing dye and we turned it blue ourselves, and then we put the yarn on it and the eyes, and I made the cookies just out of like these wood circles and a marker. I feel like she liked it too, but she kept tripping over it. It was so sad. Everyone was out trick-or-treating, and this kid walked past her and he was like, "I like your costume." And I was like, "Aw, that's so sweet." And then she falls right after and hits her head on the concrete, and I'm like, but she was fine. I just had to put her in her wagon the rest of the night. I thought she was gonna like walk around and trick-or-treat, but she just kept tripping over it. I did those pictures where you put the candy all around them and they sit in the middle. I did that the year before too. Then she tried to grab like the tiniest candy and put it in her mouth really quick. I was like, ah! and I had to clean it up really quick, but yeah. And then that brings us to Christmas. It was her second Christmas, but the first Christmas that she actually got to like fully unwrap her presents and kind of know what was going on. This is what Santa got her. We got her her own presents for our house, but we ended up just taking them over to my parents because we ran out of time in the morning. We were supposed to be at my parents by like 9, and we woke up at like 8. She left everything she got. We had biscuits and gravy. Everyone kind of left and then came back in the evening, and we had lasagna for dinner and made gingerbread houses. That pretty much sums up the year. I might be leaving out some things. Oh my gosh, I just realized right now I forgot her birthday. So her birthday was in July, right after 4th of July. Kind of makes me sad because I wanted to do something like big because it was her first birthday. And I always like talked about it. I was always like, I want to have like a bunch of decorations. I want it to be perfect. I want it to be one to remember. It didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I wanted to rent a little place, like you can rent a shelter or whatever for like parties and stuff, but I just never did that. And we had her party at my parents' house, which is fine. You know, I just kind of wanted to make it special and like have our own stuff, our own space to do it. The only decorations we had was like a happy birthday banner and then some balloons and then pink napkins and forks. We did get her this really cute dress with strawberries on it and little bow that matches and shoes. But yeah, I just wanted it to be way bigger because it was her first birthday. It was very first birthday. It's okay because this year I think I'm gonna do a Bluey birthday, and I've already started planning it, and it's January. Her birthday's in July, so I think I'm on the right track. This party is gonna be way bigger, and by bigger I just mean like I'm gonna make cupcakes and have a lot of decorations. But now I think that wraps up the year. I definitely probably had 7 brew every single day. If you want to comment below if you met any of your goals that year or something fun you did, I'd love to read them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope 2026 brings more fun adventures. I might be going on vacation, so yeah. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see me drink more 7 brew, and hit the like button if you liked this video. Bye guys.